Welcome to the Skins in the Burg podcast, the Skins in the Burg podcast. And we're your best source for Commanders content and commentary in the Carolinas and beyond. I call it the Skins in the Burg podcast, by the way, just so you know, because I am and currently living in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Thus, the Skins in the Burg podcast. I didn't explain that on the last episode. So I wanted to let everybody know that's where we get the name. Skins fan living in the Burg. I want to thank everybody that watched the last episode, which was a post game show. A lot of you seem to enjoy the commentary from my moms, and pretty much nobody cared what I had to say. Nah, I'm playing, but for real though, I think the most popular comment I got was, "Hey, your mom's, hey, she really knows her stuff." Hey, your mom was on it, boy. She knew it. Hey, your moms know what she talking about, and she does. She does. She was on it. So hey, we in negotiations with her agent right now to have her as a permanent co-host on the post game show. So keep your fingers crossed and stay tuned for that. All right. Hopefully we can get her on every week. All right. Now let's get to this next matchup. Eagles week. Eagles week. All right. We need this one. I need this one. Okay. I need this one. These three games right here at the end of the season, they matter. All right. I know we're not in the playoff picture and all that, but they matter. They definitely matter. All right. One of the reasons why they matter because we need to see what kind of coach Dan Quinn is. All right. We need to see what we got. All right. And I ain't talking about the X's and O's. I ain't talking about offense versus defense. I'm talking about can he lead men to the point where they lay it on the line when most men wouldn't. All right. Again, there's no playoff aspirations to play for. All right. Are they going to lay down? Are they going to lay down? Or are they going to show some pride and fight with the man that's playing next to him? All right. We need to see what kind of leader of men Dan Quinn is. All right, as a former soldier in the U.S. Army, I know how much this influences the results among a group of men. All right. Nobody got more out of me and pushed me more to the limits than I ever thought I could reach than a good NCO in the Army. All right. So we need to see what kind of guy we got in Dan Quinn. All right. Are they going to fight or are they going to lay down? All right. Hey, another reason why these games matter is because we need to see what we got in these young players, man. All right, I feel terrible for Zach Ertz and his season-ending injury, but we need to see what we got in young Ben Sinnott. All right, we need to see what we got. All right, he made a big catch last game. If you go by his playing time, you would think the coaches hated his guts. Couldn't get on the field. He got on the field, played last week, big catch in a big moment. All right, I want to see more of that. Okay, if Bobby Wagner plays every middle linebacker snap on Saturday, I might throw up. All right, I might just throw up in my mouth. Not because I don't love B Wags. I love B Wags. All right, he's got a Hall of Fame career, but we know exactly what he is at this point. Okay, he's a guy who formally reached Hall of Fame type status. All right, he's got the gold jacket, but let's be honest, he's on his last days. He is on his last days. All right, he can't cover nobody at this point. He's pretty good in the run game. He's a great leader. But his days are numbered, man. I want to see what the young guys got. We need to see Kane Madrano at linebacker. All right. We need to see El Cajo at linebacker. All right. I need to see Jalen Lane more at receiver. I love Terry, and I'm not saying take Terry off the field, but I need to see what Jalen Lane got at receiver. We see him, he's made plays at punt returner. Traylon Burks had the catch of the year against Denver, and he got no burn last week. What we doing? What we doing? These young dudes need to play. We need to find out what we got. And you might find out you got a gym that you didn't even know you had. All right, let's play these young dudes. All right, we got to play these young dudes and see what we got going in the next season. Because we do need an influx of talent. But who knows? You may got some talent on your squad already. All right, all they need is an opportunity. Okay, we need to see it. All right, now let me tell you why this game in particular matters. All right, this week right here, this game matters. It matters to me. One of the reasons why it matters to me is because Philly fans are some of the most vile, disgusting human beings on the planet. All right. Some of the most vile, disgusting human beings on the planet. Other other than Nivea Gray, my niece, who I adore, Okay, these people make me itch. For real, they make me itch, man. They make my nose hairs burn. I mean, because they stink a little bit. Yeah, they make me itch. Let me tell you what type of people these are. All right. Their team won the Super Bowl last year. The Super Bowl, the highest pinnacle in football. They won the Super Bowl last year. They are currently in first place this year in the division. They won the Super Bowl last year. They in first place in the division this year. And yet, no team has been booed off the field by their own fans more than the Eagles. No team this year has been booed off the field more than the Eagles. All right. Philly, Philly, pardon me, I'm fighting through a cold, but Philly is who started the whole jail under the stadium thing. That's who started that because that's the kind of people they draw. That's who they draw. That's who they are. All right. Except one person, my niece Nivea, who I love. Oh, and, I'm sorry, one other, Sergeant Peeps. Sergeant Peeps. He good peoples too. No pun intended. Sergeant Peeps is good peoples. He good peoples too. But the rest of them, ooh wee. All I can say is we need to get this one so I can laugh at them. All right, I need this. I need this. All right. Moving right along though. Hey, somebody asked me at work, do I think we got a chance against the Eagles this week? Do I think we have a chance? Of course I think we got a chance. What we talking about? Got a chance. It's professional football. Of course we got a chance. You always got a chance every time you step between them lines. We got a chance. Yeah, yeah. Not only do we have a chance, we have a great fighter's chance. All right. It's a division game. Anything can happen in a division game. Anything. All right. Everything is at play in the division game. You never know. Last time we won a Super Bowl in '92, I hate to be that guy, sound like grandpa back in the day, but last time we won the Super Bowl, Dallas, Dallas, they was nothing. All right. I think we lost 2 games that season. One of the games we lost was to Dallas. The other game was to the Philadelphia Eagles. Division games. All right. Anything can happen. A team could be sorry. A team could be on their way to the Super Bowl, as the Eagles were last year. We beat them one, got spanked in the other, but that was due to turnovers. Anything can happen in a division game, though. So of course we got a chance. All right, of course we got a chance. But there's some keys. There's some keys to us winning the game. If we win the game, we're gonna have to follow some keys. The first key we gotta follow is identity. We have to run the football. We got to be a football team that runs the football. All right. Historically, that's been the way we've had our success. But also in football, man, football is one of the trenches. Always has been, always will be. It always will be fought in the trenches. We gotta run the football. And one of the reasons why we gotta run the football, because it leads to other things. It leads to a successful passing game. We gotta establish that line of scrimmage, run the football, have Bills tongue wagging out. All right. Feed that man. Feed him on first down, feed him on second down, feed him on third down. Now I know McNichols McNichols is stellar when it comes to third and long. But let's see more Bill. Let's see more Bill. Let's get him more touches. All right, he a young dude. He didn't get that much touches last year in college. He wasn't eligible. Let's get him some touches. Let's run that football. All right, we need it. I'm not even going to say one of the keys is stopping Philadelphia because man, we can't stop anything. All right, we probably gonna give up some stuff. Let's just be honest. We probably gonna give up some stuff. But if we can score more than them, if we can keep it a little funky, we may not stop them from driving down the field, but hey, if we can get if we can get Hurts to fumble that football, make a mistake here and there, get him and Antonio, I'm sorry, AJ Brown arguing on the sidelines, get them all out of when they do that touch push, see if we can make something happen, here and there. We're not gonna stop them. We're not gonna stop them. When we can make it a little funky, we can make it a little funky. Who knows what can happen? All right, we gotta have that run game, and we gotta, have a couple of little magic plays on defense. Let's say that we're not gonna stop them, but maybe we can get a little turnover here and there, a little timely turnover. All right, that's gonna be a key to the game. Also, we cannot turn the ball over ourselves. I know they say this in every game, but we can't do it. We can't afford to. Philly is the more talented team, so we can't give them the ball. All right, Mariota has at least one goofball play per game. If he has his goofball play in this game, we cannot allow that to be a back-breaking goofball play. He's going to have one. All right. That's just who he is. Mariota, he may play a 99% perfect game. That 1% is going to be a goofball play. All right. You can take that to the bank. We can't allow that goofball play to totally wreck the game. All right. Another key to the game. Brandon Coleman on that left side, left tackle playing for Laramie Tussle right now, who's hurt. He's going to have the game of his life. All right. He's going to have the game of his life. Protecting that blind side, coming in for Laramie. He had a little bit of a disappointment losing his job earlier this season to Chris Paul, but he got an opportunity to redeem himself. All right. That's, once again, playing a young player. Feel sorry for Laramie Tunsil not getting there, not being able to finish the season, but hey, that's an opportunity for Brandon Coleman. Show what you got. That's another key to the game. All right. Now, if we happen to lose, pardon me again, if we happen to lose, how is it going to happen? If we lose, what happened? Probably what happened was we turned the football over. In the last two games, or the two games we played against them last season, I think we totaled probably 9 turnovers. 9 turnovers in 2 games. That's what killed us. We might be having a Super Bowl parade if it wasn't for them 5 turnovers we had in an NFC championship game. We cannot turn the football over. But if we lose, that's going to be a reason why we lose because we turned the football over. I'll tell you another reason why we lose. If Cliff Kingsbury comes in and act like we can just defend their D line straight up without, taking some of that, taking some of the hook off the D line in the passing game, taking some of the hook off Mariota, trying to leverage him in all type of third and longs and passing situations. If that's the game plan, if he has a drop back type game plan, consistently dropping back against them dudes, we gonna lose. Point blank. Period. He has to have a game plan where we have the defensive line off balance because they're the more talented group. All right. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it. I think we're going to do it. I think that the coaches learned. I think they kind of learned from their mistakes in previous games. I think they're going to come out with a heck of a game plan because I think them boys got pride. I think they got pride. I think they're highly disappointed in the way the season turned out, but I think they motivated to wreck this a little bit for the division foes. All right, yeah, we got them cowgirls coming up down the road. We already dispatched to the Giants. Heck, if we can go, however many in one against the division, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. That'll. I'm not gonna say it'll salvage the season, but it'll definitely leave a better taste in our mouth going into the off season. What's my prediction? My prediction is that we're gonna win this game. I'm gonna get straight to it. We're gonna win this game 28-25. We're gonna win this game 28-25. Philadelphia is gonna have a successful tush push, but they also gonna get stopped on the tush push. Mariota is going to have a heck of a game. It's going to cause people to start tripping, talking about is he better than Jaden Daniels, which I'll go ahead and answer and say he's not. But that's the type of game he gonna have against the Eagles. We gonna win that thing 28-25. Mark it down. I said it. Victory time. And you're gonna see me and my moms in the post game show doing the jig. Out.